I'm in the unenviable position of being the fifth speaker in the morning and between the uncomfortable position between four previous speakers who had a lot to say that I want to say I was going to say too, and your break. So I'll try to focus on a few things for you and basically reinforce many things. What I'm going to do is, instead of PowerPoint, I'm just going to go to the PolyU website and navigate through a few resources that you might find interesting. I'm going to skip over the human and technical resources because actually I could have used several of my colleagues' PowerPoint slides. We have the same kinds of things. We have infrastructure support. We're working increasingly with the library also. We are ourselves an e-learning support unit within the Educational Development Center, very similar format throughout. We have e-learning champions and leadership in senior management and so forth. Our WebCT experience is a little bit longer than most in Hong Kong. We started in 1997. And one of the things I wanted to show you today, and we've made a purposely put on a public website for you, is a recent report we did. I don't know about you, but I have too many URLs. So I just navigate from certain ones. So here's PolyU. I go to the administrative and support units. I pick my own center. You realize I'd be in big trouble if the internet went down right now. We have all kinds of things we do within our center, but focusing on e-learning development and support. You can learn a lot about what we do here. But what I'd like to focus on right now and make available to the sister institutions that are at this conference is in October and November, myself and a number of other people in our team ate, slept, and dreamt learning management systems. And we did surveys, we looked at what other institutions were doing. We actually had very short, brief conversations with all of the other sister institutions and compiled a matrix so we had a sense of the local context. And we have a 138-page report for you, should you choose to read it.
I've read it.
You have? Having trouble sleeping one night? One of the areas that I would welcome questions, and by the way, one way to get to, I'll draw your attention that should people be in different areas, there are surveys that we found elsewhere that we modified for local use. But within the documents, the public version of the report is here. And one of the things that came out from this is we did involve academics very closely. We had the library and others involved from the start. This was to be pedagogically led. And also, we started by identifying both sub-criteria of what we wanted and the overarching criteria. We had a panel that was representatives of people across the university, including our student union. And this is taking a long time to come up, that happens. And what we learned from it was that we needed to go to Moodle for a variety of reasons that we could talk about later in these forums as types of questions or elsewhere throughout this conference. However, within doing this LMS review, we learned a number of things that other people have also spoken of. For example, how many other platforms are out there and the duplication of efforts. And so part of the recommendations that are in here are to go to a common learning management system for the entire university. And so again, we're going in a similar direction. I'm scanning through my notes to see what else I should be saying within this time frame. Regarding contextual considerations, PolyU itself has, I think it's safe to say, more students than any of the other individual institutions. We have 20,000, above 20,000 full-time equivalent to 28,000 bodies coming and going. We also have Hong Kong Community College, which uses the same e-learning support, outposts in China, and so forth. And so we're looking at a very diverse body with many people. We also have in the region of 1,500 teaching staff, and that's just for PolyU itself, not the other institutions we're closely affiliated with. So we're talking about doing something for a lot of people. We also feel a lot of pressure with 334 coming. You may have noticed as you're going through the tunnel, there's PolyU. We're boundaried on all sides by major roads. We look jealously at how Chinese use building another campus. Right? So we don't have physical space. And so we need to conceptualize ourselves virtually, both for the absolute lack of space, which is part of what's becoming clear to us as we prepare for our quality audit, and also for the needs of our students, who are part-time. We are a professionally oriented university. David was talking about how your liberal arts, we pride ourselves in professional preparation, practical contexts. And that means we have a lot of working people that would benefit from e-learning applications in what they're doing, and have a lot to add that we can learn from through that kind of a medium. I'm sorry, I'm leaving you with a very boring slide here. If we scroll down a little bit, you can see more. That's the revision forms. This gives you an idea of the kinds of things we did. But you can find it yourself on the website now that you know the way.